Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to the Shiny Raika channel. Now, it's for the deck profile that everyone wanted. No, this is not what I am going to play competitively. I think it's a great deck, a great fun deck as well. I'm not saying I'm not going to play Pendulums, I'm just saying I'm not going to play this version of the deck. This is the version without the PK engine and stuff, which most persons like. I don't like playing the deck without PK because it pushes the deck a far distance. And it's most time with meta decks, it's between you go hard or you go home. So I prefer go hard than going home. About the ban list, if anyone wants my opinion on that, I think the ban list didn't do much for us. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not ungrateful. Alright? If someone gives me 50 cents or even a dollar, I'm grateful. But what is that $1 going to do when you need to buy a $3 million house? Just doesn't add up. Electromite should have come back. I don't know why they didn't bring back Electromite, but Harper isn't here, so I can't really complain. But Electromite is what you really needed to push the deck over the edge. I'm going to give you guys a really fun deck profile for everyone. I'm not playing the artifact stuff. Not that I don't have them, I just don't think it's really good. Because your deck loses to Nibiru. You're going to summon more than 5 times, or you're not doing anything at all. And for that to occur, you would need them to be doing something. Like overall, you'd need to be doing something with the deck that stops you from getting Nibiru, or you're going to have to tank it and just build a board same way. So there's no gray area about it. You just have to play it. I'm sorry if I'm ranting on, but these are important things that we just have to discuss and just have to be like realistic about it. Because there's no card we have potential can negate Nibiru because it's in the hand and not the field. So it's really difficult to deal with that. But onto the deck profile. Ladies and gentlemen, Arkham Prison has nothing on him. Joker is back. And with Joker, we have our pals. We have 2 Sork. Would really play 3. I don't have a third one. My third one was stolen. I think I know who stole it too. Sure. Just messing around. That's not actually true. I'm not sure who exactly stole it, but I have a general idea who stole it. I think I can get it back. Joker is here. Sork is here. Sork is real good. I don't think I'd play the deck without Sork, seeing that double Iris is at 2. If double Iris comes to 3, I'd guaranteed play 3 Sork, no issue. I'd play 3 Luster, Wavering Eyes, everything, the whole works. It's just that we'll really need Electromite to come back to push the deck, like to new wonders and new hopes. Moving on from there, we have 2 Celestial Magician. So your Sork will search out these 2 cards. You don't really need more than these 2, because you majority of the time want a Magician in scale, because you play the Tuning Girl, Tuning Magician. So the mere fact you're playing this, you can't really favorably put anything in scale but Magicians. Now that is a Performer Pal and a Magician at the same time, which brings us to the Magicians. 2 double Iris, one of my most favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 Oath Dragon. You can play 3, but the thing is with Oath, if you find multiple, you're going to be in a bad situation. If you find 1, you're perfectly fine. If you find multiple, pray to God you're playing a grind game. 2 level 7s. It doesn't really matter the level 7s, these guys just have great utility. Pit is really good, especially seeing that Sky Striker is back. He's one of the best answers to them. Just put him in defense and they can't really do much. While Dragon Caller, if you Synchro Fusion Exceed using him as material, if the monster battles a Dragon monster, which is a lot of the times, it gets a double attack. For no good reason. You're just getting double attack. And the thing is, it's not an activated effect. You don't even have to tell your opponent that its effect is applied. They just run up into it because they just don't know about it. And they lose out because they didn't take the time to read it. Because even if the effects are negative, which is going to be the case, the mere fact that you exceed Fusion Synchro, double up. And it leads your opponent to misjudging. They're going to attack into a monster that they see, like, say, 3,000. All of a sudden, 6,000. So it's a really cheap way to get some free wins. You should try it. I'm not saying to get cheap wins, but I'm saying the card is really good, especially being scale 2. Then you have triple harmonizing, the best card. One white wing, one noble dragon, and one tuning magician. These are a lineup of tuners. The tuners in the deck is amazing. You need to see at least one to go off. Doesn't really matter which one. As long as you see one, you can get into the rest. Now I was playing the Perform Pal before, but the thing is to it, it was just trash. Because of its level, you can't pendulum summon it. I'm not going to get an opportunity to normal summon it. Even if I normal summon it, I'm not going to see it back. It was just a real bad going on for the Perform Pal tuner. So Noble Dragon took its spot. Noble Dragon is really good because majority of the time, all combos you're going to try put Vortex on the board. So the mere fact that Vortex is going on the board means that I can always just reduce its level, get a free summon, and you can link into anything. Fun fact about the Magician tuners, all of them are female. Persons don't really notice, putting it out there. And then from there, we have the dragon stuff. Triple Revolution Dragon. Triple Dark Worm. 2 Gate 0. Luster because it's a tuner, and just in the event that you just have an extra card and you just need a tuner to go off, there you go. And the last sponsor is going to be Arc Pendulum Dragon. Arc is only there because it's the only high scale that's going to be searchable. So that's all it's good for, nothing else. It's a normal monster, so when I shrine, I can always send it to just have a free once in the graveyard. Then I can just send what I'm intentionally planning to send. It doesn't always come out, but it's good. Your last monster of the deck is Jogen. I'm going to show you how to summon it and how to utilize it. It's really good. Kind of unfair in most situations, but it's good. The only thing I don't like with Jogen, it doesn't help in all matchups that you want to see it. It helps against a lot of things, but not everything, which is fine. Triple Alliance, Triple Pendulum Call, Star Pendulum Graph, 2 Shrine, Foolish, Instant Fusion, and obviously to go with the star, we have Time Pendulum Graph. These are all your spells. This is all you really need. The only thing that you can add is Allure. I don't recommend doing so because you have a lot of monsters that are not dark. Your deck is predominantly dark, but there are times that you're going to draw monsters that you don't want to banish and you have light monsters in your hand. So Allure is not recommended. And that's it for that. One more key important thing to notice that I'm going to bring up. Alright, I'll bring it up later. I won't forget. For extra deck, restrict, really good, and it blocks the hand traps, that's why it's there. Vortex, that lines it up for your fusions, you already know why they're there. Then for the synchros, we have Shooting Riser, Supreme King, Dragite, and Savage for your synchros, and your only exceed is Absolute. So this is your lineup for Fusion Synchros Exceed. The good thing about majority of these is that Revolution is a monster reborn for all of them. All of them. Except for Millennium. But even then, you have ways to summon it because it's a dark spellcaster. So if you want to play Black Fang, you can. The only reason why I don't play Black Fang, it's not going first. And in your grind games, it doesn't really push you a long mile because you're most likely going to use the good synchros first. So when you pull back, there's nothing else to synchro someone into. So it becomes an issue down the line. This combo is here so you can Rizel into your Clear Wing on your opponent's turn. There are several combos with this that I'm going to have to show you. At least 4. There are 3 combo offhands, and then for at least they'll blow your opponent's field in their turn. Moving on, your Link Tooth, Cross Sheep, IP, Hulk, apologies. For Link 3, Unicorn, Double Selene, because your deck is predominantly spellcasters, it's really good. Apollosa, and what should be access code. But I don't have access code right now. My teammates can lend me theirs when they're ready. So it's Boral Sword for now. Which predominantly, Boral Sword is a little bit better. You don't have much answers to Dragoon in the main deck. Dragoons cannot do anything if it comes down to their waiting on you to out it. They're going to wait for you to out it. IP into Boral, cannot lose. Literally. Just attack. They can't negate and destroy it because it can't be destroyed by card effects. They can still negate the boost, but by then they should be at a range where you can just hit them. So it's not a threat. But there are other ways that I wanted to play to beat Dragoons, but I decided to take out Ignisto because it just wasn't pushing hard enough with the Pistigon. I'm going to show you guys the side deck as well. No, the side deck for the format isn't defined as yet. I have 3 filler spots where you can put anything in, but the side deck I'm going to have to go through and explain a lot of things. First up, we play triple Crocodile Teeth, everything get when in reach. DDD Supreme King Caesar. Sorry, Kaiser in this. Majority of persons don't know what it does, so I'm going to explain for you. It's a Dark Ruler no more essentially. Pendulum summon it, effect. Mandatory. Negates all face-up cards your opponent controls. Full stop. That's it. Just Pendulum summon it. So what you're going to look for is an opening where your opponent is going to have something like Boral or something that has to chain directly to it. So you're going to Pendulum summon it and Harmonizing. So it's mandatory, so it's chain link 1 automatically, and Harmonizing will be chain link 2, and because they're all trigger effects, you'll just chain block and it will just stun your opponent's entire field. You'd love to summon off as well and let him be the last thing on the chain, but it's not always as it is. Apart from that, he's an OTK machine. You can send or destroy, I'm not really sure, I don't remember. Let me look right now. Yeah, destroy cards in your spell and trap zone. That particularly has to be pendulum zones. To the graveyard, just destroy them and you get additional attacks. 2 additional. So he alone can push out 8,400 damage by himself. Not only that, he's stunning your opponent's entire field on summon. He doesn't have to stay on the field, it's just an activated effect that lasts for the turn. So he's a Dark Ruler no more. And obviously with him being Dark Ruler no more, we played triple Dark Ruler no more. Really good card. Evenly match because you're playing Sky Strikers now again. Droll and Lockbird. This is the filler spot for the deck. You can put in any 3 cards you want there. I just think Droll is the best hand trap for now. Until Flunderies come out, they're good. Last but not least, triple Pendulum Arrow. Most persons don't know what this card does. 20 cents for one. Very good card. When it was released, it just wasn't doing anything like this. So no one's aware of them, but they're actually broken. What you're going to do is a trap card. It's searchable. Trap card. It destroys your skills. And for that turn, your opponent can... Well, neither players can special summon. You can only pendulum summon. So when you use it on your opponent's turn, if it's not a mirror match, they cannot special summon at all. At all. Full stop. So you auto win right there. It's searchable. Duelist Alliance searches for it. The drawback on it is that you can only control pendulum monsters when you activate it. But the thing is, the criteria is so easy to meet, it's like a joke. All you have to do is put Dark Worm in scale, effect, put Gate 0 in the next scale, and that meets almost 100% of the criteria. You have to control only pendulum monsters and you have to control at least 1 to activate it. But if the opponent just draws for their turn, just use it right away. They auto lose. You don't have to wait on any special thing to happen. Just massacre them with that. 20 cents card. Easy to pick up. Really good. Searchable. That still comes down to the last thing that I'm required to show you before we move on. The power of Duelist Alliance right now. Duelist Alliance has become one of the most broken search cards because everything is back. So we play Star Pendulum Graph, Time Pendulum Graph. Those are both searchable. We play Luster Pendulum. And of course, at the start of the video, you guys saw Pendulum Sorcerer. Along with him, We have Double Iris Magician. My apologies. Did I just put on the card? That's sad. I literally just put on the card. Okay, there it is, hiding. We have Pen Call. And now we have Pendulum Aerial. So it searches out all of these. Double Iris doesn't have Pendulum in its name, but its effect treats it always as Pendulum Dragon. So technically it makes it have Pendulum in its name. So you can search for it. So you have a wide variety when you see Duelist Alliance. So what we're really missing is Electromite, and the deck will go crazy. I really want to end the video here because it's a long video, but I'm just going to show you guys one combo. Alright guys, we're going to go through one combo for today. Now, the combo that most persons are appreciative of is with this deck. The reason why is that you don't play a lot of bricks, which is fair. I don't mind playing the PK engine and bricking, because I can play through Nibs, Dark Ruler No More, and all these things consistently. But everyone prefers this, and the one thing I appreciate with this version is one I played at the most recent tournament, is that it doesn't require a lot of hand power. So it's more forgiving in that way, but it doesn't deal with everything. That's my issue. So like one Dark Ruler No More shuts down this version of the deck. And Dark Ruler, if it's not even sided, it's in the main. So like there's no gray area dealing with that. But I digress. So Pen Call Dark Worm, usual stuff. High Scale plus Harmonizing, Dark Worm effect, summon back itself. Next effect, add gate 0. Normal harm. From here we scale up. Don't forget to scale up. The reason why is that your Celine may summon with less counters than it should. So we're going to link, Hulk, any side of the field, doesn't matter. Tune in, link, Celine. We're not going to use Celine's effect here. This is the point where we're going to decide, am I going to predict the Nibiru, summon Apollosa or not? If you're going to summon the Apollosa first, it's going to be a different combo from what I'm showing you. So I'm going to do that in the next combo video for everyone. But for now, this is going to be the combo. We're going to use Oath to add back Harmonizing, and it's time to Pendulum Summon. Corner Zone is always the best for him. You want harm out of the way and gate 0 in the middle. That's fine. Harm effect. Pull. Then we'll Exceed Shokan into Absolute. This is fine. We haven't used Celine's effect to pull back yet, but unfortunately there's nothing to pull back as yet. So what we'll be required to do is link with Harmonizing and Absolute to go into IP. We'll get IP can summon anywhere. We'll get Absolute's effect to summon Vortex. Vortex in the corner zone, that's the safest position for him. And now we'll use IP's effect to pull back Dragon Caller to the only available zone left. From here, we'll use Tuning Magician to come back because there are 2 magicians in scale, and we'll synchro, banishing Tuning Magician. We'll get our Boral. Maybe I did that a bit too soon. You weren't supposed to do that soon. My bad. You were actually to summon into your Apollosa first, then summon Boral. That way you'll get more counters. So you get 3 counters in this position, and then ideally you have 2 monster negates in the form of Apollosa. These 2 will negate anything, and your IP, in the event of an emergency or any reasons, you can always get rid of something that already negated a Nightmare Unicorn. So that should anchor the game. Alright, this is the first basic combo for the deck. Before I had in LP, and LP would summon the Amorphish from the deck. So it shuts down your opponent from extra deck completely. That is not the case. I can do combos with that. I don't have to change the deck to do that, but you cannot. Next time I'll show you guys a different combo. And my opinion is that Odd Eyes is not the best Pendulum deck. Odd Eyes is. No debate. They have just too much things going on for them. There are too many cards that persons aren't aware of that sees play. Like example, Pendulum Era, no one plays this. And it's actually good for now until Flunderies exists, then it's no longer good again. And this is just a great card overall. So there are cards that I can show you that you can play and just make enormous boards and text that persons aren't even aware of plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright? So thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll definitely push out more. And that's it. Have a great day.